Hello everybody and welcome back to Dungeon of the Mad Mage. When we left our heroes for break, they had been investigating the Temple of the Vrail Olo, trying to find a way into the inner sanctum. Matashtai had the bright idea to go back outside and walk up to the roof of the ceiling or roof of the building and see if they could get into the inner sanctum that way, and he did in fact find a hole into the building. Though as everyone gathered around it, they found that they could not get past what seemed to be an impenetrable wall of darkness until Ashes had the bright idea to bring out the UNT holy symbol and press it against the dark wall, causing Matashtai to plunge through and nearly causing himself to plunge through. But now we find the party partially on the roof, partially on the floor of the inner sanctum, and with the dispelling of this dark wall, it seems as if the doorway into the sanctum has opened as well. So, what is it you all would like to do now? Oh, so I guess let me describe for you the room you have fallen into, Matashtai. Sorry.
Wait, what condition am I in right now?
You're hanging. I mean, not precariously. You're a strong individual, so you have grabbed the edge, and you're like, fuck. Right, but like you could easily pull yourself up or let yourself fall. Well, up to you.
Right.
But what you see around you in this inner sanctum is a room filled, or a room where the floor is caked with dried mud. Right. The walls are misshapen, twisting carvings. The entirety of this place seems to be one writhing mass of serpentine bodies of all shapes and sizes.
I hate it.
There's this kind of like callback to the forms that you had taken while you were within the memory fragments when you fought Hexacoli, right? Like, so you see forms where there are the upper torsos of snakes, there's the lower portions of snakes, there's figures with snakes for arms, figures with snakes for legs, figures that are entirely snake, etc. Every facet and twisted imagining in between. But it's all just this writhing mass around the walls of this place. Within the center of the chamber lies a stone altar. Serpentine figures carved around the base of it. And atop it is a black candle, as thick as your thigh, and about as long.
Wow.
Beyond that, in the northern portion of the chamber, is a winged statue, or a serpent statue, a winged serpent statue, that is very similar to the ones that you have seen previously, but not the exact same design. This one is larger. This one is textured differently. And more specifically, this one's head, it's not open agape, right? Like with the hissing fangs, though it is open, but more slightly. It also has almost a more draconic look to the face, right? It's less it's more boxy. It's less rounded, basically. So yeah.
Take your hand
Is
in
the
there.
candle burning?
Candle is not burning.
Okay.
Ashes. You all can kind of like see this from the hole, right?
Cool candle.
Hey, could one of you pull up the rope and throw it down, please?
Yes. Just drop. You're already halfway there.
30 feet, or it's 40 feet. Well, I guess I'm like...
Wolf up on your way down.
I can roll. I pull the rope up and then I drop it down.
Yeah, he's making the catty comments while he's pulling up the rope. And yeah, Ashes, I mean, you're, like I said, you're a strong individual. You can easily kind of like hold for a little limited amount of time without the risk of falling or causing yourself issue. Bones throws the rope over Matashtai's original plan, right? Like throw the rope into the hole, coils down, hits the ground, and Ashes, you're able to grab it and rappel down to the floor of the inner sanctum.
All right, so is this the ritual of binding or whatever? Did we find it? This thing? Is this the gross snake thing?
I'm gonna start looking around the altar and the dragon, or the dragon snake thing. I don't know. Trying to find any sort of writing or any sort of ritual.
Okay.
Specifically.
What are Bones and Ezra doing while this is happening?
You know, messing around, looking around.
You guys still up on the roof?
Oh no, I want to come down.
Okay.
You're just messing around up on the roof.
That's why I was asking. Ezra, same for you, or are you staying up on the roof?
I'll slowly make my way down.
Making his way down.
Is there water on the ground in here, or is it above?
Yeah, this portion of the temple seems to be above the water line. Though by the looks of it, the mud that kind of like cakes the floor here, that may not have always been so.
I then begin ritually casting Detect Magic.
Okay. Go through that process. Matashtai is having a look around. And I'm assuming Bones and Ashes are having a look around as well, right? Like, so,
Yeah, you know, see what this is about.
See what's this about. I need some perception checks from the people that are nosing, poking, perception or investigation, I suppose.
I will investigate. Very well, might I add.
Oh yeah, you will.
Okay.
That +4 is pretty nice, huh?
Ah, right.
Sorry, you
so
said
smart
investigation?
now.
Perception or investigation, if you're poking.
Okay.
Yeah, perception or investigation. Okaluka.
Woo!
Okay. While Ezra steps aside and begins to incant, right? Bones, Ashes, Matashtai, fan out, begin to investigate the room. A couple of things noted pretty quickly off the bat, right? The black candle sitting on the stone altar seems to be sitting in a indentation, and there are little trenches that go away from it to either side of it to what look to be like small receptacles that have a hole in the base of each of them. Okay? That disappears down into the altar. Another thing noticed between the 27 investigation and the 20 perception, right, is that there is a seam across the front of the altar.
Okay.
The third thing of note, as you all look around, is to do with this Draconic Serpentine statue, right? As you take a look at it, it does in fact look Ophidian, right? It is a serpent. It's just the head of it is so much more blocky and kind of like strong jawed than the other like the sinuous kind of like figures that you've seen as far as like the other serpent statues. It's almost just as if this snake is just built different, right? Like this snake is just really fucking big comparatively.
Strong boy.
As you check it out, Ashes specifically, well, I guess Ashes and Bones, you both notice this, right? And then Ashes is gonna notice something else specifically. The snake head, the maw is open, but it's not wide open as if it's hissing, right? With the two fangs extended, striking, right? It's just shallowly open, and the interior, the bottom of the mouth, right, has a shape in it. It's the vague shape of a dagger or a small blade, right? That just sits inside the mouth. Okay? Ashes, with your 27, you notice specifically almost kind of drilled into the snouts of the serpentine figure are 4 holes that seem to be leading down to something. And it strikes you for a second, right? Like you have this kind of like spark. You're like, wait. They're kind of vaguely vial shaped.
I point that out to the party.
There's the vials in there. See what happens.
Like just glass vials.
Mm.
Can I tell if it's just like a recess to hold vials, or like something like a recess to receive liquid from a vial?
Yeah, actually, I think you can with your 27. So, specifically, part of the thing that calls out to you and makes that kind of thought trigger in your mind is the work that you've done with, alchemical equipment in the past, kind of like lab equipment. The way that it is carved out, the way that it's slotted, there's actually like a lip. These holes are relatively deep, but you can actually see inside. And there is kind of a lip on the inner portion where the rim of a vial would rest and create a seal, right? So you could, you probably even have some vials basically. So like some vials are stoppered, right?
Yep.
And some vials just have like a wax seal over them, right? Mm-hmm. So that seal can be penetrated or broken by something. That way you can basically create, situations where you can...
It's like a vaccine.
Sure, that type of situation. Not so much kind of like your go-to scenario in, alchemy in Faerun, but
right.
There are certain setups that need time-delayed releases or things like that, slow drips, etc., etc., and that type of specific equipment is used for those instances. Seems very out of place here.
I'll relay that as well.
Put the vials in there, bro.
Bottles of what? Like, I mean, I'll dig through my odd collection of glass bottles from all the potions that we've collected over the adventure and find 4 tubular shaped vials, and I'll see if I'll put them in the 4 holes.
Okay.
If it does anything.
You do that. And there is a click.
Yo!
The serpent's mouth closes. And there is this great noise as if like a pressure of air is pushing through the statue itself, right?
Yeah.
Like there's this almost kind of like plume of or gust of air that kind of like wafts out, and then the serpent's mouth opens.
Hey, Bone, you wanna put your new dagger in there? It looks like it fits.
The new dagger does not look like it fits.
Okay.
So the
never
new
mind.
dagger is specifically like shaped like a fang. When I was describing, like, it actually looks like a dagger was carved into the base of this thing's mouth. Like, and it's vaguely dagger shaped, right? It's not like a specific dagger. It's just large enough for anything like dagger, or maybe even like a small short sword, right? That type of scenario to fit here, to
So it's-
lay into.
I bet you.
It's like a way
bet
to
you we gotta
imbue.
Yeah, I bet you we gotta get the blood of the one that we want to turn mortal, and then we get in vials. We put the vials in here. We put the weapon that we want to imbue in there, and then it imbues it, and we stab the thing. And it goes, ah, I'm a skeleton, and then we kill it.
Goes,
Is
the
that
skeleton.
the ritual of
I like
binding?
That seems awful involved. We got to go and fight it twice.
Yeah. We got once to go receive the blood.
I just put a dag in it, see what it does. Whatever, normal dag.
You put a normal dag in there.
All right, well.
All right, all right. I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm just.
What if we put a normal dag in there and we just put the vials back in? See
Well,
if
I
it shuts
mean-
back up.
Oh, hold on. Before we try that, I'm gonna go grab the vials, and I'm gonna actually walk outside of back to the slope where it's water, and I'll just fill them with water, just a liquid. Period. Just because I'm curious what happens, and after I get all 4 of them, when they're full of swamp water, I guess, and I'll put them back in the recesses, and see if the process drains the vials.
Okay. And Bones, you're doing this with a dagger in it?
Yeah, whatever. I put a bone dag in there.
Put a bone dagger in it. You put the vials in. You hear a click. The mouth closes. There's that great rush of air again. And then this exhalation, but this time, as there's this exhalation, it also spews. There's just this, like, you hear this high pressure, and then you see bits of water and debris begin to kind of like push out of the side of the statue's mouth, right? And you're kind of like showered by swamp water for a second, right? But you definitely do see the after the click and after the pressure happens, the vials drain of the swamp water, and then there's this something that happens inside the statue, and there's just swamp water kind of spewed everywhere. And then the mouth opens, right? Like it clicks open and the jaw opens, and the interior of it is just covered in muck and gooey water and little bits of, detritus and shit like that.
Look,
And the bone dagger, right? It looks like it's kind of like stained by the swamp water.
You fucked up you owe me a bone
look,
dag.
I wanted to know. I needed to know.
It's like someone took like a high pressure hose of swamp water and then just blasted bleach white bone with it. So it's all kind of like dingy, and there's like portions of the bone that you can tell the bone has been harmed by the high pressure of the process, right? So like Bones, this dagger's basically useless now. Like it'll shatter as soon as it hits anything.
I'll throw it away then. I don't give a shit.
So, like,
owe you a dagger.
This process
me a bone dag.
is too intensive for a mundane weapon.
Oh.
So we're gonna need.
I mean, I got
Also,
magic dags.
Didn't
I walk over to the
what's his
ground
nuts
where-
have a short sword?
I mean, I've got. Well, no, I've only got a long sword. I've got a long sword that talks, and a maul.
No. The guy we just killed. Didn't he have a short sword?
He did.
Yeah, but I thought it was pretty normal.
It was.
Oh, was it normal?
As far as you
As far as
guys
I could
were aware.
tell.
Okay.
I mean, I got magic dags.
Well, I mean, we don't want to coat it with swamp water. It's just that was just to find out like exactly what happens.
Well, don't coat it with swamp water then. What you talking about?
Yeah. Well, I mean, what do you want me to like bleed into a vial and see if it makes me weak to it when I get stabbed with it?
Ooh, there's a plan. We have you bleed into it. We make
Yeah.
it a lycanthrope dagger. We stab them with the lycanthrope dagger, and then we use silver to kill them.
I got a silver dag.
I mean, one. I think I have to step in and be like, I'm pretty sure Ash is 1000% against spreading his curse to use as a weakness against people.
That's
You
not-
know,
that's
like.
a bit antithetical.
We're
to the-
removing
I think
lycanthropes
that
from
is
existence.
antithetical to the concept of Ash's existence.
But
I'm
I
saying,
like the creativity.
I like the
I
initiative. Yeah, absolutely. Right.
I like moxie.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure that the plan makes sense, considering if you wanted to do that, you could just have Ashes go around biting people to spread the curse that way. You know, like
No.
That's a good way
So,
to get myself, hunted by my own order.
Yes, it is.
It does like a lot of like. Sounds like a high pressure. Okay. And you said there's a bunch of gunk left over.
Yeah,
it's
I get my
specifically the
cloak and-
swamp water seems to have
It seems
not
like they,
been
like-
designed for the intended purpose here, right? Because the swamp water is
Oh.
filled with sludge, and it's not
Like
it's not fine,
like
it's
it
not pure.
vaporized the water.
Did we?
Like it vaporized the water.
Yeah,
But left all the
all the
other
gunk,
bullshit
all the
behind.
all the physical stuff. Yeah,
Did we do anything with the candle?
you have not done
No.
anything
Walk
with the candle
over
yet.
to
no.
the lit torch that fell with Matt.
Oh,
I'll be
that's-
honest with y'all. I really, really want to just like put in like a magic dag and all the vials of poison I have and see what it does. But it might blow up and just gas us all.
It might blow up and just gas you all.
Well,
I
if
guess
you
I won't
want to
do
do
anything.
that, you
I'm
can
not gonna do
do
anything
that.
for now. I'm gonna let you mess around with the candle first while I think on it.
Okay.
I mean, I've got Ezra's torch.
Light it up. Light them up.
He's on fire.
Like, I don't know. I feel like so relatively feel safe. I feel like if anything was gonna trigger, it would have upon entry.
Sure.
But I don't know. Lighting the candle might be a.
You
Maybe
don't
the
think the
candle-
thing like on the altar like would trigger it?
You're
Have you
letting
got
a
the little
virgin
things?
light the black flame candle?
I was gonna say
Like,
this.
it's funky.
What is the Stepford sisters or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sanford.
Yeah.
Sanford,
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
it was.
All right. So
Like,
all right. I'll walk up to the
trench
altar. I'll take the foci or the focus. There's only one. The focus, and I'll put it on the altar before I light the candle. I don't know. I feel like there's like
Okay,
some
you're
kind of like
empowering the candle.
no like I'm. There's got to be like a ritual. There's like a procedure for this shit, and I'm just kind of like winging it, right? Like
Okay, I'll say some words as you're lighting it. Spooky, scary skeletons. Snakes
Watu
come forth.
Barata.
We will fight, and you will become mortal.
Huh.
You just moved us around. We're about to die.
Ashes touches the altar. The door, go, drops, slams shut, and materializing out of nowhere, are
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Are two huge or large
big
serpentine
dicks.
figures. I need everyone to select their token and roll for initiative.
How long are they
Lord
there?
Snakes. Oh, Lord Snakes.
Oh, Lord Snakes.
Oh, they're going fast.
Oh, no, that was Torbit. He was still on.
I don't know how I
Oh god, he's back.
roll
Say what?
fucking low and I said I don't know how I consistently roll low.
You have been getting kind of bad ones here lately, haven't you?
It's incredible.
Why am I on the initiative? I haven't rolled.
Have you not?
Yeah,
It might have
I
been from the
definitely
last
have
one.
not clicked anything.
It's probably just from the last fight because Torbit was still on here as well.
it's that talent. There's a talent that gives you advantage on initiative, right? Is that alert?
Say what? Like if you just
So there's a-
roll, it'll auto replace it. Okay. Any of you speak Parcel Tongue?
Oh.
Yes, I am Harry Potter.
Okay. Sure.
Draconic and Primordial, though. That sounds kind of close.
Yeah, no. These two figures appear. They brandish scimitars at you. Ornate golden filigreed scimitars, and
Yeah, those are
they kind of both roar in a hissing serpentine fashion. And one of them says something, gesturing at each of you, right? Kind of like in turn. But you have no fucking idea what it says, and then it lunges into action. So it is going to immediately, you see its body dart forward, and instinct is to follow the body because it's got a big-ass scimitar attached to it, right? But as that is happening, the tail end also moves, and Matashtai, you find yourself being wrapped up, or attempted to be wrapped up. So,
Oh, Lord.
Oh lord.
Backflip away.
that is a no-go, sir.
Damn.
23, I think, hits you?
Yes, it does.
Okay, you take 8 bludgeoning damage, and
Okay.
you are grappled by this creature. While you are grappled in this manner, you are restrained. But it does seem as if this snake-like creature is only big enough to constrict you, right? Not multiple people.
Okay.
But as that happens, its head descends upon you, and tries to bite the shit out of you.
Don't eat me, bro.
And since you are
With
restrained,
advantage.
I believe it has advantage. Restrained, give advantage.
Show
Yes, it
does.
So, there's a bite at advantage. 22. 5 piercing.
Take 5 damage.
He's immune
You
to
are
poison.
completely immune to poison, right? So the serpent's
Unless it's super poison.
no, the serpent's head like bears down on your neck and shoulder, right? You feel fangs sink into your back, right? And you feel the pressure of the poison being injected into your body, right? But as the serpent pulls its head away,
I activate Diamond Skin and trap its teeth in me.
you see the serpent's eyes like look at you, kind of like gauging your reaction. Roll a performance check for me. If you
That's not
are
just-
trying to falsify information.
I look at it for a moment, but I'm kind of slow on the uptake. I go, Ow!
Okay, yeah, it does not seem convinced. I mean, this is a natural ability of a creature, so it bites you, it sees your reaction, and it seems to understand that you are not, for whatever reason, affected by its poison, right?
No, poison!
So it instead raises that scimitar up and tries to split you in two.
Okay, come on.
Kind of
I'm
tail
not
doing
scimitar
that.
immune.
Ooh, but rolled a 12 on that one. Real bad.
I clap my hands together as I grapple and catch the scimitar.
Nice. I like it. Okay. All right, Ashes, you're up. You touched the fucking altar, Ashes, and you hear in your mind, you hear Zalara go, "I can't believe you fucking touched it." And she says it in this kind of like incredulous manner of like, of course it was Ashes who touched it. He's
but
always
now you have
touching
an
altars.
opportunity to fight giant Yuan Ti snakes with scimitars, right? All right, anyway. Transform!
Transform! Okay,
Transform.
the transformation.
And I will step here specifically so that the other snake can't move. Well, I guess it doesn't
Oh yeah,
matter if it
so
gets
technically
advantage
this
or
one
not.
would have moved into.
God, well, that's advantage anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, the way that they fight, they basically, when they constrict, they occupy the space that you were.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna attack the. Well, honestly, if he's moving in there, this is gonna be at the one restraining mat.
Sure. Yeah. And by all means, if you do not like your positioning after I moved, move back to where you were to start with.
Also, that is actually a 19. I forgot to turn on my globals.
Hits a 19. That is a hit. So you do see these figures are they don't wear armor, but as your blade connects to them, as Zalara strikes, you do feel there is a pretty tough hide, a scaled hide that you have to cut through. But a 19 is more than enough to do.
Okay, that's 12 on the first hit.
12 on the first hit.
And I'll swing again.
Swing, swing, swing.
Well,
Oh,
does
God.
a critical failure hit?
Please confirm that crit, my man.
Oh, God!
We know what happens. It's like Ashes just sees red. No. In point of fact, like these things are very complicated to fight, right? So you slash the first time and you cut across the scales of this creature, and yeah, right, like you rear back to swing again, and the serpentine figure basically rolls, almost kind of like death rolls, kind of in your general direction. And it just, all of a sudden, you were swinging at Snake, and then all of a sudden, Matashtai is in the way. Roll your damage. Matashtai takes half.
What the fuck?
8 damage, Matashtai.
Swear to God, I take more damage from you
I like
guys than
how-
enemies.
The like within the past 2 weeks, I have hit my allies twice, and it wasn't because I.
It
failed
wasn't
wisdom
because
saving
of, yeah,
throws.
absolutely. Ay.
Bullshit.
All right, that was attack 2. Anything else?
No, that's bonus action.
Okay, gotcha.
Bonus action, so in turn.
Okay, that is the end of your turn. Bones! Ashes touched the altar, and now there are snake people attacking you.
Ashes, dumb bitch.
How dare
Anyway,
you?
it's time for some snake on snake violence.
Snake on
I get
snake.
serpent kiss.
What?
Yeah, I said it. I'm gonna serpent's kiss him.
Okay, what are you doing with Serpent's Kiss?
I'm gonna go stab him.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right.
What?
So,
Why?
I'm just
stripped him at
questioning.
range.
Like, you haven't attuned to Serpent's Kiss. You're not using
Oh, yeah.
the Serpent's Coil ability. You're just going to stab someone.
I said I wouldn't. I said I would not attune to it yet.
Okay, I'm just verifying.
I haven't done it in secret. Anyway, I'm gonna run out 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna
Okay.
play with Ezra. Yeah. Oh yeah, Ezra.
I mean, Ezra is a combatant. He technically.
We're battle buddies. Ezra's currently focusing on a ritual cast, so is he offering?
I mean, if you're not trying to, then
Wait,
no.
so did the snakes show up and you're like, I'm gonna keep casting this one?
I mean, he
Yeah,
might
I mean,
do.
I haven't had a turn yet, so technically I'm surprised. I would assume
No, you're
by
not.
Raw.
You're not surprised. Y'all are fine.
Okay.
If
never
you
mind,
if
that's
you
not
want
my
to be
dialogue.
if you want to be
Continue going
offering
down
a situation there, then you can. If not, that's also fine. Also, for specification, you only have to move there to get flanking with ashes. But you can move wherever you want. Huh?
I still want to be here.
That's perfectly fine.
Stab him.
You stab him.
Roll the 16.
A 16
Like
hits.
Wow, yeah,
Again, they have a
alright.
tough, scaly hide, but it's not that tough. So,
Hey.
9 piercing. Oh,
Damn, I really
acid.
I got a snake attack now, bro.
Yeah. Nice. I didn't even think
Still
about
less
that.
damage than Cromnon.
Very nice.
That's
Still, honestly,
Wow.
yes.
really,
Not
Midge.
wrong. Okay. So you score a blow against this serpentine figure. Anything else?
That's all. I can only draw one thing a turn. That's all I can do.
Okay, you're good. Matashtai, you're up.
I headbutt the snake.
You are restrained, so any attacks will have disadvantage.
I'm aware.
Okay.
Headbutt.
Fucking Christ. Okay. Sure.
He was aware.
That hits, obviously. 227s, what the fuck? Jeez.
And I stun this stupid snake.
Alright, let's see if this thing is stunned. Of course it is! My god! Dear
Honestly,
lord.
My attack was less than Ramnon's attack. 10
Ugh.
damage.
Okay, it is now stunned. I believe we ruled it, right? Like when a creature is stunned, they can't grapple you anymore, so you are automatically released.
Hell yeah. Alright, now that I'm free, I grab out my ethereal staff and I go to smack him in the face with it.
Okay.
You want a bomb?
Is there... Can I move to here to get advantage? Well, he's stunned. Never mind.
Yeah, he's stunned. You do whatever you
Yeah,
want.
it's tough.
Whack!
Whack him. Damn it, 28.
Do you move there?
Nice.
Can I move there? I don't know.
You could if you want to. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I'll move there.
Okay. As you are untangling yourself from
Oh, I'm getting swiped at?
the first snake, the second snake's tail whips across
Oh my
past the
God.
floor and tries to grab you by the legs as you kind of like try to step away. So
I do another backflip.
let's see if this one hits. Hit 15. Okay, that's a miss.
It's not. My backflip succeeds.
You do actually backflip this one. So you backflip, land, and then smack this guy with an ethereal staff. Gotcha.
Oh shit.
Okay. 17 damage.
then
Anything else?
I commence the punching. Flurry of blows.
Okay.
Punch.
18 hits.
Into harm.
Nice.
One more punch.
Nice.
Oof.
Punch.
17 hits. There's 7 damage. Just legitimately just a flurry of blows begin to rain down upon this snake. It's now been slashed, it's been stabbed, it's been hit so hard that it's slack-jawed. Anything else for your turn?
I don't think this is gonna go well, but they tried to talk, so I will attempt to... Ugh. I feel like this is gonna go badly because they don't like mind stuff, but I'll try it. I'm gonna try and speak into his mind and say, if you don't want to fight, we'll talk.
You reach out to these entities, right? Or reach out to one of them, and you don't sense anything.
Okay.
Like, this creature seems to be behaving like a creature would, right? But you don't feel anything where you normally would have touched a mind.
Okay, gotcha. So they're almost like husks or just puppets in a way. Okay.
Okay. That being the end of your turn, the next one tries to do on Ashes. Tail swings
Advantage.
out, tries to constrict you, Ashes. That's
Miss.
a big miss.
Wouldn't he have
Um,
advantage?
no.
Oh yeah, he does.
Does
Oh
he
no,
have
the other
advantage?
guy's stunned.
The other guy's stunned.
Oh
Yeah.
no, yeah, he does not.
Yeah, other guy's stunned.
You-
Otherwise, he
Thank
would.
you, Matt.
Of doom.
Yep. Then he tries to bite you, Ashes. Big no.
Oh,
And
even
then
close, baby.
he tries to chop you, Ashes. Also big no.
Those are
Wow.
not some great rolls tonight, Jeremy.
Rolling real bad there. Ezra, you're up.
somebody's about to get crit.
I'm
The
storing
crit's
them up. I'm
charging.
storing them up.
Yep. It's
Right
gonna be
leg.
like 3 crits. Bah, bah, bah.
Somebody not Ashes is about to get crit.
Goodness gracious. All right, what's up, Ezra? What you doing?
How long has it been in my casting?
It takes you a minute to cast or 10 minutes to cast.
Oh, it was ritual, so it's 10 minutes and 6 seconds to.
10 minutes and 6 seconds. Probably
We've
a
been in
little
here
over
20.
halfway. Probably about like 6 or 7 minutes so far.
Awesome.
You
So
casting. You're fine.
so caught unawares, having big serpent boys pop up. I'm just gonna dimension door to the back of the room, and that'll end my turn.
Okay, sounds good. This guy is no longer stunned, but that is his turn. Ashes, you're up.
Okay, let's go ahead and roll that Hippocratic die. Great. I'm glad that was almost as high as it could possibly be.
Yay!
But now I'm going to have.
Ashes continues to be the highest damage I can do to the party.
Ice. And I'm going to put cold.
Okay.
There. And I'm going to swing at the previously stunned UNT A-bomb. 32
Yeah, that's a hit.
for 14.
14. Very nice.
And we give it one more again.
A deep score across the
well,
creature's
hold on.
scaled flank.
I'm going to check. I forgot to put an advantage, so I'm going to check for crit.
Okay.
No crit. All right.
Okay. Definitely a hit.
For 12.
Okie dokie. Another blow slices across. Anything else?
Yeah, that's gonna be in turn.
Okay. Bones, you're up.
Hello, it's me.
It's you. Welcome.
Why are you frosty? What does the frost mean?
That's his
Are
damage type.
Oh,
From
okay,
his
but
right.
I can still get advantage here, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I do that.
Okay.
I will draw for my other weapon. Good. And I will attack it with the one hand and the snaking.
Okay.
And I forgot to do this. Because I haven't done it in so long.
So,
You wanna-
wailing.
the wailing of the Grive, so the other guy takes 5 necrotic damage.
Other guy takes 5 necrotic, and after weathering a multitude of blows, Bones is able to put down the first of these serpentine figures.
Well, I expected it to be a lot more hardy, I'll be honest with you.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, we'll,
Okay.
I guess I will just whip a dag at the other one, offhand sharpshooter, regular dag.
Okay.
At normal.
That's
22 to
hit.
hit.
14 damage. The bone dagger pierces the chest of this serpentine figure. That it?
I turn over.
Matashtai, you're up.
Okay, I skirt around. Cannot get flank on this man, so I go to here. And I bop him one.
You bopping.
I actually jump up and try to get a good smack on the top of his head with my staff.
Do the whop thing.
Yeah. 21.
21. That's a hit.
Pop, pop.
10 damage. Very nice.
Bop him.
Bopping him. I then
Keep bopping him.
Twist him.
I fall and I
Twist
try to bop him in the hand. Yeah, twist him.
Pull him.
Twist him.
Spin him.
Hold on. Pulling him is gonna just come up on the next attack. Hold on.
That's a hit. That's another
Right.
10 damage.
I pull his tail to be really annoying.
Yeah, his tail. Gotcha. 26 hits.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
All
I mean, you start to bludgeon this other snake entity. Anything else for your turn?
I know. That's all I'm doing.
Okay.
Man, that's
That's its turn now. It is going to try to. It's going to try to constrict Matashtai. To
I do a backflip again.
prevent the series of wappenings that has been done to it. That's a miss. And then
Another backflip.
it is going to try to bite Ashes. That's a 22.
That hits.
Okay.
So it's what kind of damages are we talking about?
You
Magical
take 3 piercing, and are you resistant to poison? And 5 poison.
Take 8.
Why do you take 8?
5 plus
No, I guess
3.
3 and 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand.
And then he tries to cut you one.
God damn it.
You take another 4.
All right.
And it's Ezra.
I take a moment and I mirror image myself.
Okay.
End of Ezra's turn.
Ashes, you're up.
I skirt around
Okay.
and
Creating the
gonna
flank.
go full Berserker Barrage.
Berserker Barrage.
Well,
Okay. That's a hit.
Again.
Okay. 16 damage. Good strike across the side of the creature. 30 hits.
Okay.
Another 16 damage. Just basically like hacking into it.
Oh yeah, just
18 hits.
Stings.
14 damage. The sword is just slick with blood at this point. Like, it's just covered in, you know.
Yeah. I'll swing, and then do like a blood flick. To
Oh, yeah.
get the...
Okay, gotcha. Blood flicking the longsword. I like it. Let's do it. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
In turn.
All right. Ashes, or Bones, rather. You're up.
Hello, outside blondes. I am a cat.
You're
I
a
will
cat.
go 15, 20.
Okay.
Before advantage.
Advantage.
Bang. 28 snag attack. 17, all night on snake.
16.
Shit doesn't seem correct.
17. I mean, you just keep rolling it.
Every time, yeah.
So you score just like a horrendous blow into the back of this creature as it's trying to fend off Matashtai and Ashes. Anything else?
Okay, yes, offhand attack. I will grab. I'm gonna grab. I'll draw a gore out. I don't have an offhand gore, but it's the same thing. It's fine. Offhand attack at advantage, but now you are wounded.
Okay. Hits for 1 damage, and he is now wounded.
Enjoy your wound.
Does the wound trigger now or at the start of his turn?
At the start of the wounded creature's turn.
Okay, gotcha. Matashtai, you're up. I'm assuming that's it for you, Bones.
That is it.
Okay. Matashtai, you are up. Oh, he is up.
Something
Yeah.
is going on in their abode.
Ah, gotcha.
No, Arthur just threw up right here, so I'm just cleaning it
Oh
up.
no!
Great.
Yeah,
I swear to God, that boy.
That boy.
I think he just drank too fast. It was like all water. So, okay, I commence the wappening second round.
Wappening, round 2.
Whap whap.
Please.
Yeah, you do that.
Please
Tell me more about
confirm
that
that
weapon.
critical.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Good advantage too. So really, that's just one attack.
Whap.
Okay, that's a hit.
Man, I cannot roll above a 5 in the last couple attacks.
It doesn't matter
Huh.
though. The second Serpentine figure, unable to withstand the countless blows rained down upon it by the party. These two figures, Ashes touches the damn altar, right? These two figures appear, and then about 18 seconds later, there are just two corpses covered in cuts and bludgeoned to death. And the room falls silent.
Or like a odd pause. Sorry guys.
All right.
Apparently the candles do that.
What
Is
just
the candle
happened?
Still burning?
I mean, he didn't light the candle, he just touched the altar.
What?
Oh.
You touched the altar, and that's
I'm gonna walk
what
over and touch it.
triggered this.
I touch it again. Do they resummon?
Nothing seems to happen.
Oh, okay.
Thank God. Oh my God.
Did you think we were dealing with another blue hand situation there, Bones?
No.
No, honestly.
All right. Well, maybe try lighting it now.
Sure.
What's the worst that could happen?
What? No. That thing could be an arcane artifact. Don't. I mean, do what you're gonna do, but that could be the key to everything, and you're gonna waste it to light it for the sake of lighting it.
It's a thigh thick, and just as long. It's not gonna burn instantly.
Do you know that for a fact?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay, light it.
I think in your mind, Matashtai, you hear a fact. Really, a fact.
Competence is 9/10 of the law.
I hand the torch to Matt.
Oh, great.
You're
So
not gonna
I
be the
get
one.
cursed.
Wow.
All right, I step up and light it.
You light the torch or the candle. The candle begins to burn. It is a very, very large candle. The flame licks at the black surface, and at first it doesn't seem like anything is happening, but then you realize that for whatever reason, the candle is not melting from the top. It's melting from the bottom. Slowly but surely, you see
Fill in the spots.
out of the side of the candle, small rivulets of hot wax flow down the trenches towards the two sections, right? They're much larger than vials. They're like glass, like open mug size, right? But it just kind of like trails over and then begins to pour or drip really into the open sections there. And then you hear a click. And
a little seam.
The seam opens in the front of the altar. And it lowers down with like a little hinge mechanism. And you see inside the altar itself are a couple of different kind of like holsters, right? And down above these holstered locations are these little brass tubes, and each of the brass tubes is hovering over a small urn. There are 3 urns positioned in, and there is the space for a 4th urn, but there isn't one inside.
What is this?
I got a little bit lost in the explanation.
So the altar opens, right?
Yep. And
there are holsters, 3 urns, one empty holster.
When you say holster for the urns?
Yeah, it looks like there's some sort of like bracket or bracing scenario where the urns fit into it and are held in place, right?
Okay.
Hey, how many surges are there?
3?
3 alive, or 3 plus the Queen of Bones?
3
like 2 plus the
bone, I think.
So 2 plus the Bone Woman.
Yes. Let me double. I will review notes. 2 snake people and the Queen of Bones. Yep.
Okay.
So you said there's metal, like brass tubing.
So the brass tubing seems to be fitted up to the top, to the underside, where those 2 holes are, where the wax is dripping into, and then the brass tubing is all interconnected and hanging over the mouth of these urns. And actually, as we're kind of like, as this is being described to you, right? You see there is a little drip of black into one of the urns.
Color is the candle?
Black.
Black. It's just black.
We probably need that urn, huh? Or
oh, you think we should put the candle out for a little bit?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe blow it out for now.
Blow it out. See what it does.
All right, try to blow it out.
Candle blows out. The wax slowly stops melting. The portion that is melted runs in rivulets to the 2 little basins, and for the next little bit there's still this slight drip into the singular urn that seems to be dripping into. But whatever you have started seems to have been stopped.
Okay. What are you supposed to do with
by the way, for verification, the height of the candle seems undiminished.
Okay, so it's a crazy candle that drips into a contraption with some
It separates
urns.
into 4 urns, possibly.
Three urns, but there's an
Well, 3,
urn
but,
not
like, possibly
there.
there's 4th. Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, is there anything on
Like, my
the
initial,
urn? They just pots.
I was
Uh,
Like,
gonna
is
say,
there
my
like
initial thought was maybe that like the wax can be used to enchant the weapon, but
they're not vials? They're urns.
well, that's what kind of threw me is that they're going into urns.
Yeah.
But the spots that you put the vials, did it leave the vials untouched and just take the liquid out of them?
yeah, it just seemed to have drained the liquid from them.
How much candle melted into the first urn? Like, is there like is if it was? Would you say it is a vial's worth?
It's a very slow drip, so I mean, if you guys, it seems like it would have taken several minutes to fill up a vial, basically. And you guys only let it go for, I'm assuming, like 20-30 seconds before you were like, hold up, this seems sus, maybe we stop this for now.
I don't know.
Remove the urn.
Yeah, I mean, you reach in and there's kind of like a little latch that's holding it in place, and you can very easily just like click it to the side and remove this urn. It's almost kind of like, I say urn, but it's almost kind of like an amphora, right? Almost kind of like wine bottle-esque. There are little handles on it. And to kind of like answer your question from earlier, Bones, is there anything on it? Not so much. There's nothing specifically like drawn or written or anything, but there is on the front of the urn, there's this big kind of like stylized space that stands empty.
Make a lot more sense for the candle to be the imbuing aspect for the weapon as opposed to blood of one of them.
So you pull out this urn, Matashtai.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna go pour a little bit of it in like the vial spot for the weapon imbuing.
You're about to make a mess, dude.
So you actually head over to the statue and you tilt the urn over.
Is it solidified?
Nothing happens. Yeah, you look in there and there's just like a solid coating across the bottom of the urn of what looks to be like solid wax.
The hell is that supposed to be useful?
I don't know if so I think we can make a safe assumption that we're dicking with whatever the ritual of binding is. We just don't understand the rules.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if imbuing a sword with wax.
She said the ritual was in the temple.
Yeah,
Did
and
she
also
mean the rules to it, or did she mean to actually
Like-
do it?
seek the temple in the heart of the swamp, find the ritual binding, complete them, plural. Slay the scourges when they're bound. This will bind their eternal soul. Once their new form is slain, they will fall. Within its heart, protected, warded, without cleavers, skills, or
hold
magic.
on. I remember. Hold up. The guardians are the key. Keep them, or at least their corpses. Seek the past.
Yeah, I assume seek the past was we've already
Well,
sucked the past.
sure, but she said specifically, should we find our way there, beware its guardians. The guardians are key. Keep them, or at least their corpses. Seek the past.
The abomination's corpse is still on the ground.
Yeah.
They're
What if we
like,
go back?
real.
What if we go back to the island wearing the little amulet thing?
Jeremy, I wish to investigate the corpses very intently, looking for any kind of thing that might.
I'll also look as well.
You both can roll me an investigation check, or one of you can give advantage to the other.
My int is very low, so I'm gonna help you out.
Okay. All right, here we
I'd
go.
like to spend the time that they're doing all this attuning to one of the necklaces.
Okay. So an attunement does go over the course of a short rest, so...
oh, never mind.
Yeah.
It's not going to take a short rest. It's fine.
An option there. Okay, so... Ashes, you set about checking these serpentine figures over. The scimitar, right, it is large, right? Larger than a normal, humanoid would be using. So a little unwieldy, but it is, finely made. It's inlaid with gold filigree, the hilt and down the side of the blade. So it could potentially fetch a nice price if you could find someone who's willing to buy it for like collection's sake, right? Because it's not really practical. I mean, unless you know some large
sword.
contacts, right? Like find some giants to sell it to type situation.
I'll take them just because they might be good for the bar.
Okay,
Sure.
That'd be
Yeah,
cool.
absolutely.
Put 'em up on the
Giant
wall.
fucking golden.
Hell yeah!
So I'm gonna actually strap those to my back.
Sure. Aside from that, the only thing that comes across potentially of note is, and I mean, you don't really like even think about it until right, like you're like you're beginning to step away. You walk past one of the creature's heads is kind of like open and the tongue kind of like lolled out, and one of the fangs, the one that had bitten Matashtai, right? There's like a little slick of blood across it, but there's also like green venom kind of like dripping out of the hole in the core of the fang.
Just the way a fang naturally works.
Absolutely.
I don't know. These are the guardians they're talking about. I'm not seeing anything that's gonna really help. As I say, as I put the second sword on my. Yeah.
Can we gather up some of the poison from those fangs?
These motherfuckers love like making poison come out of stuff. I bet you put some poison in the vials and put it in there. I bet you it makes like a super poison.
Probably. So I could
Let's do
try and
that.
harvest some poison, but I'm not real great at it compared to y'all. So
I help. I'm pretty good at harvesting poison and natural things. Things fun.
You show me what to do. I'll help you on it.
All right, I do that. I go about doing that, Jeremy.
Okay. Gotcha. So I mean, harvesting the venom from these creatures is not an especially difficult task. Roll me a nature check at advantage bones. The issue isn't going to be whether or not you can get the venom. The issue is going to be how much venom you can get, and do you endanger yourself in the process. 27.
All the 27.
So no, you actually, it's a relatively painless process to, while Matashtai is helping you by holding the head in position, you can basically milk the snake's fangs, and you get roughly, probably 4 doses of venom from both of the bodies. 4 in total. So 2 each.
Okay. All right, so we got 4. I mean, that's only like one shot at this snake mouth thing. If you guys want to try that. doesn't feel right to me. I just don't know.
No, it feels weird that we would only be able to think one weapon that I'm assuming is like a one use.
So the procedure for this is just so maybe talking out loud will do something, right? So the procedure is touch the altar, spawn the guardians, milk them for poison, put the poison in the contraption, and possibly imbue a weapon with the poison. And this imbued weapon is what's going to break.
Look, I'm gonna throw it out there because when we were on the island, I don't know about y'all, but to me something felt wrong, like off, like I was missing something.
Well, yeah, I feel
So-
like that's probably the fetishes, right?
They were missing their.
Right. Okay, but follow me here. What if we all attune and wear the fetishes, and then we win in the dream? Maybe we see what was supposed to happen, or what did happen.
Is that the? That was the thing that was missing?
That's
I
my
mean,
guess.
it does line up. Like,
I just don't. I don't know another way to figure this out, other than maybe seeing what actually happened if we won. And I don't even know if
I'm
that.
not against trying.
I don't have a better idea.
Oh, Ezra, do you have an idea?
Sounds fine.
It does seem really, really kind of calling out because, 4 of these things, 4 of us, the 4 of them in the past were missing something. Seek the past.
The only other stuff I have is like real outlandish. Like we're supposed to put like a portion of them in the urn and then drip the candle over them to like steal those souls or something weird. I don't know. That's like honestly the only other thing I got, and that's real out there.
Well, I will say poison doesn't seem right, wax doesn't seem right, and the blood of the scourges also seems sketch as hell because, like, I don't know how we would get that. And anyway,
I don't know. My idea is attune and go back and see what happens if we win.
I mean, I do not have a better idea.
We can go talk to Yo Asshole again. Maybe they're willing to tell us more now that we found the things. It's up to y'all.
I'd be willing to try it because got nothing better.
Yeah, maybe she can give us more information. You said Yoasso, right?
Yeah, talking about ghost snake
Yeah.
ghost lady.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Let's go see if we can have an old chit chat with her.
Okay. So the party plans to return to the other ruined temple that they found to the south, the one on the border of the Queen of Bones and the Sethian Scourge's territory, and talk there with Euastel.
I think we should take a beat and attune to the necklaces first, though. Just in case we run into something.
Yeah, think so.
I think so.
Okay. I feel okay with that. I will unattune to my ethereal staff for the time being, and
Just to be frank, the line about being immune to mind control kind of freaks me out about not having it.
I go ahead and attach one of those fetishes to my outfit.
Okay. So you guys are gonna take a short rest real quick here in the inner sanctum to attune to these fetishes. before heading on to hopefully question Yoastel?
Yes.
Okay.
The copy pasta for the snake fetish.
Yeah, in a moment. Matashtai is dropping the ethereal staff. What's everyone else dropping?
I will drop my ring of warmth that I just put on.
Okay, gotcha.
Bull rush helmet.
Okay, gotcha. Do-do-do-do. I had to slightly adjust language since one is written for me and the other is written for you guys. So, there's your copy pasta for the fetishes.
Concerning, but it is what it is.
No, it's just I use, like when I have descriptions for items, I will include information that you guys shouldn't have because it's reminders to me about things, right? So,
Yeah.
I gotta slightly edit things. So, anyways, moving right along. Matashtai is dropping ethereal, Bones is dropping Ring of War, Ashes is dropping.
I'd like to know
Bull
one
rush helmet.
thing. If I stun myself with this necklace, can I add my own name? To
Oh, absolutely.
things
I think so. Yeah, I
Okay,
absolutely think
perfect.
so.
It's not the same stun.
It's still it doesn't say his list
Just
doesn't
things
say
I've stunned.
things I stunned with my key stunning strike
Yes.
ability. It just says things I've stunned. You know? Like he could wow someone at a party and count that, you know? Like
The old charisma stun.
right? Like holy shit. Okay. I'll get the skinny from Jake on what Ezra is attuning, or if Ezra is dropping attunement on something. But this is also a short rest, so if anyone wants to use hit dice, they can.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I would like to do so.
Yeah, your boy has a 23 dex now.
Aw, shit. That 23 really helps. You know what, Bones? You could attune to 2 of them.
Yeah, then I can have a 10% chance to stun myself every
I
turn.
mean, yeah, but then you could have 24 decks.
Yeah, that is actually very appealing.
So here's a question. With that +1, does that apply before or after my Amulet of Health?
What do you mean?
Amulet of
The
Health
Amulet of
says
Health
set-
sets it to 19, right?
That's
Period.
it.
does not matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Doesn't matter.
yeah, in the case of the Amulet of Health and the Headband of Intellect, right? Like, because of the way they work, once you are set to that, you can't go above it unless your total cumulative goes above it. Otherwise, right? Like, it doesn't take the 19 and add bonuses to it. It takes your base and adds bonuses to it, and then if you surpass the 19, you get what you surpassed by.
All right, I'll allow it.
I thank
So
you.
I'm-
I appreciate it.
Well, I'm not going to do this, and I suggest everyone do this as well. Not just like wear these out and about like super visibly.
Okay.
Like, put them in your shirt or whatever.
Yeah.
Tuck it in my boot.
We don't want these bros to know.
There's
we have
literally
never mind.
a snake
Never mind.
fetish in your boot.
I changed my mind. I'm always slopping around in the water. I don't want
You
it
are
to,
always
like,
slopping around in the water.
I'm gonna put it.
So you guys are heading to you're exiting the temple. You're heading to the other ruined temple. Do you explain anything on your way out to Risk?
Tell them there's some dead things in there. Just kind of leave them there for now. Don't touch them. Don't mess with them. Careful about going in there. Don't light the candle.
Risk looks at you and he says, "We will not enter."
Does the door shut like when we leave with his?
Oh,
his...
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Did the door reopen? Actually, as
yeah,
well?
no, actually, the door did not reopen.
Oh no!
Shit,
I forgot
man.
about that.
I grabbed the focus and I touched the door with the focus.
The door reopens.
Open, please.
Okay. Okay. All right.
All right.
I'm gonna keep that focus.
Job done.
Very close.
All right. So now you explain, right? And Risk's like unless there's a reason for us to enter, we have zero interest in entering to this place. Absolutely.
Fair enough.
But
we'll be
Ashes,
back
can you use your
shortly.
snake
We're gonna go try and
magic
get
to
more
close it
information.
anyway?
Sorry, what was
we
that?
talked at the same time. Sorry. Ashes, can you use your snake magic to close the door anyway?
Can I use
Is that a-
my magic?
Yeah, your snake,
Snake
magic.
magic.
bro.
Your snake magic.
Yeah, you're now the snake magic guy.
You're the snake charmer.
It's already decided that you're
I
a religious
cast
leader of this party. I don't
level 1
understand.
snake magic door close. Reverse knock.
Reverse knock, nice.
Door closes.
Yeah, boy, religious leader.
Religious man
Alright.
strikes again.
So you guys, after conversing shortly with Risk, you head southward through the swamp. This little bit of travel is brought to you by Situations. Are ticked up to 1 now.
Hey guys, I wouldn't mess with the weird statue I was messing with. Something's weird with it. I don't know. It's like playful, but in like a dangerous way.
Okay, you guys arrive to the ruined temple in the south. What do you want to do? What's your plan to stand?
I walk back to where we last saw you last. So I think it was back here, right?
Sure. Back down to the south. Everyone going with?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just kind of, you asshole. Are you here? Anyone here? Looking to kill Sethian Scourges. They are awful, and we got a plan, but need some information. Looking to kill Scourges. Anyone around here hate Scourges? I do.
What the fuck?
I'll take the opposite approach. Anybody like scourges?
Okay,
Crazy Mirage Island then? I guess we could walk inside. Do you want to walk inside?
Yeah, let's do a quick walk inside. Just roll through there. Maybe she's snoozing. Maybe she's taking a little ghost nap.
You enter into the temple. You see once again standing there the winged serpent statue that you now can identify as being basically identical to the statues within the temple.
I'm gonna. All right, I'm gonna yank on the fangs.
Comes out. The same fang that is missing from the temple statue comes out.
The right one? Yeah.
Oh,
that's
nice.
I got fang from statue.
Hell yeah. Good thing we went in.
Yeah.
Good thing you went in.
It's almost like we could get into the temple before killing Gyrick the Fetid Oblivion.
Well, no, we still didn't have the focus.
I'm implying there's multiple ways in, brother.
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out, and then we'll get frustrated.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, well, she's not here. I mean, there's that other ghost, but that ghost wasn't really helpful.
Well, I mean,
kind of.
Mirage Island?
Alright.
Mirage Island?
No, wait.
Mirage Island?
I will call out the name Rail Olo to see if that maybe gets her attention.
The Vrail.
Right. Oh, the Vrail Olo?
Doesn't seem to be any
Like
response.
the V-Rail. All right, well, it is what it is.
All right, to the past. We must go.
Hold on, Mitch is reviewing the documents.
Yeah.
The documents.
I'm reading through what she said before again, and I'm sure there was more, and I just didn't take good enough notes. Oh shit.
Huh?
Yeah. I guess let's go seek the past again. I feel like that was said as in regards to we were planning to go to the past already when we talked to her, but it's what I put at the end of the note.
All right. You guys, finding nothing at the ruined temple, head back north. Taking the passage, the safe route that you know to have existed. Eastward from just in sight of the Temple of the Vrail Olo. You make your way back to the Island of Lights. The wall of bluish light and the silhouettes still fighting to music.
Remember, guys, it's gonna hurt coming back out.
Quick check. Ezra, were you attuning to one of the fetishes as well? What
Yeah,
are you?
I said Krek was the one I unattuned to.
Okay, gotcha. Sounds like a plan. Okay. All right. Well, you all have returned to the memory of the past. You have attuned to these fetishes. I mean, you know how to enter.
Throw my body in.
The shot in the
3,
dark.
1,
Yeah, we go. I throw my
2,
body into it.
a brace, 3.
You throw your bodies into the lights. You have the same familiar sensation of, disconnecting from your being and floating through darkness. Then the strange lights, the vibrations, right? Until eventually each of you finds your way into a body. And you all are away from here. And you all are here.
Oh yeah.
And
It's
once
sweet.
again, you stand in front of the figure Hexakali.
Teenage Mutant
You have fought long and hard to get here. The bodies of your brethren lie around you and behind you, and some still fight against the Scourge's forces. But your passage, your safe passage, was purchased with blood. You steel yourselves for the battle that lies before you, each of you instinctively reaching to a spot on your person where the imbued, enchanted fetish empowering you against the Scourges rests. Bad boy. Bad boy. No, sir.
It's like I'm empowered.
No, sir.
I have been emboldened by this.
No, sir.
Damn, that's thick.
You find yourselves hale, hearty, and
Oh, we're not
whole,
hurt as shit this time.
unwounded this time. And things feel right. You are prepared. You can win. And that thought, just that mere thought as you connect with it, not just the entity that you inhabit, but also your brain, right? Like the thought of winning against Hexakali. What does that mean? Each of you questions that. But the creatures you inhabit, the memory that you are living through, they do not question it. They have a certainty. Something will happen when they defeat Hexakali. But it's like there is a block there, a wall there. Your consciousness cannot access that information yet. And so we'll have to see if you can actually succeed in defeating Hexakali, empowered as you are now, the next time that we play Dungeon of the Mad Mage. That's going to be it for our session tonight. Hope you all enjoyed. We'll see how things go next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Oh, bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.